morning, Glen Rock. Have a good day.
And this is season 1, episode 5 of GR Morning News.
Guys, 7:35.
Good morning, Glen Rock community. I'm your lead anchor, Connor Bratspees.
And I'm your co-anchor, Lucas Mayer.
And this is Season 1, Episode 18 of GR Morning News.
Today is September 26th, and it is a day 1 in the rotation schedule. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance recited by 8th grade student Edward Matrano.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated.
So let's dive right into our morning announcements. Connor, what do you have for us today?
Attention high school students. The football and lower fields may not be used during lunch. You may continue to visit the concession stand area, however you must ensure the area is free of garbage and debris when you leave.
GR Media is looking for anchors and reporters for our sports show, Varsity View. There will be a casting call in the media room right after school on Monday, September 30th for roles in the show. If you have any questions, contact Ms. Vrablick at vrablickj@glenrocknj.org.
Just a reminder to the middle school students, dismissal from the cafeteria will occur by table. Once a staff member determines that your table is clean, you will be dismissed. Please remember to do your part and keep your area clean.
To welcome our sister school from Beijing, we've decorated the Chinese classroom to enhance cultural exchange among our students. A special thanks to Ms. Rivera, our World Language Department Supervisor, for selecting and ordering the decorations and for dedicating her lunch break to help set up the classroom. I also want to acknowledge the 8th grade Chinese class students, Ms. Giorlando. I also want to acknowledge the 8th grade Chinese class students, Ms. Giorlando, Ms. Davitt, and Mrs. Rausch, who helped with the decorating and cleaning.
There will be a French Club bake sale next Monday on 9:30 after school to fundraise for our upcoming trip.
The Cultural Exchange Club is offering a trip to Costa Rica this spring from March 16th to the 13th in 2025. It is open to current and former Spanish students and environmental science students in grades 10 through 12. We will be doing a variety of fun and interesting activities such as a visit to an indigenous reserve, a visit to a tropical farm, ziplining, and a surf lesson. It is an amazing opportunity to use your Spanish, learn about Costa Rica's effort to protect the environment and its wildlife and its culture. There will be an informational meeting on Wednesday, October 2nd at 5 p.m. Please message Senora Brewer on Schoology if you are interested.
Attention all Glen Rock High School students. The first ever meeting of the Dungeons and Dragons Club is taking place on Tuesday, October 1st, right after school in room B150. At this meeting, Mr. Owen will explain how the club will work and what to expect for the year. Anyone is welcome to join, regardless of skill level or experience with the game. If you are interested in joining the club but are unable to attend the first meeting, please email Mr. Rowan at rowans@glenrocknj.org. We look forward to seeing you there.
The bowling team will have a preseason meeting on Tuesday, October 8th at 3 p.m. in D129, the high school health room. Please contact Coach Zimmerman with any questions.
Next up, Climate Week.
More than half the global supply of cocoa beans comes from 2 African countries, Ivory Coast and Ghana. Due to the extreme weather events and rising temperatures, the amount of land suitable for cocoa bean growth in these 2 countries is shrinking. After record rainfall in 2023, chocolate prices nearly tripled. To help mitigate this, companies are looking for a chocolate alternative.
The flavor of chocolate is largely linked to the fermentation and roasting process, so a German company, Planet, a food, tested out about 800 different processes to develop Choviva, a chocolate alternative made from fermented oats and sunflower seeds. Should we continue to try to mitigate the effects climate change is having on our food system, or should we take steps to prevent the change?
Now let's go back in time. Here's your daily rewind with Rowan.
morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Rewind with Rowan. Today, September 26th, we're going to go back to 1960 and continue our trend of American history. So on this day in 1960, Democratic candidate for President John F. Kennedy and Republican candidate for President Richard Nixon faced off in the first ever televised presidential debate. Kennedy was much more comfortable in this new format for the country, demonstrating a stage presence and charisma that Nixon didn't exactly bring to the first debate. Most Americans who watched the debate on television said that Kennedy won. Meanwhile, most of the people who listened to the debate on radio said that Nixon won. By the second and third debates, Nixon was much more comfortable being on camera and performed better with audiences across the country. The election was incredibly close in terms of popular vote. JFK only won the popular vote by about 100,000 votes, but he won the Electoral College by a wide margin, so he was granted the presidency. Kennedy was inaugurated as 35th President of the United States on January 20th, 1961. Richard Nixon, despite losing the election here, would go on to win the 1968 presidential election and serve as the 37th President of our United States. That's it for me today. Back to the show.
Thanks, Mr. Rowan.
Look out, Glen Rock. We have some big games coming up today, Thursday the 26th. Boys soccer will go up against Emerson, and girls tennis plays against Dwight Englewood. Also, girls JV soccer will play Bergen Tech, and boys soccer freshman team will play Riverdale, and girls volleyball has a huge game against Bogota tonight. Come out to support your fellow Panthers.
Make sure you check out Schoology for any last-minute updates and announcements.
Faculty, staff, and students, don't forget to scan the QR code so you can share your story or event live right here on the GR News Morning Show.
We are on most social media platforms. You can find us at Glen Rock Media on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok.
This is your lead anchor, Connor Bradspees.
And I'm your co-anchor, Lucas Mayer, signing off for today. Until tomorrow, remember,
you can't stop the rock.